Me, I'm like, bye 15, hello 16. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I'm back and it is 2016. I'm ready and I am so excited to bring you this video today. So I feel like every video I've watched on YouTube recently, everybody's like, oh, I'm battling a cold, oh, don't mind my voice, oh, I'm sorry if I cough in this video. Yeah, all of those go for me as well. So I apologize in advance if I like hack up a lung while I'm filming this video. But on that note, I'm going to reminisce a little bit, and I am here today to bring you my 2015 favorites. So I didn't do this last year because I was only on YouTube for like a couple months by the time the new year rolled around. But this year I definitely wanted to do it. So this is kind of a compilation video of everything that I have been loving throughout the year of 2015. I wanted to keep it pretty simple and to the point with this, because I don't want you guys to have to sit here for 40 minutes and listen to me talk about my favorites. So, as I'm rambling on to the point where this video will be 40 minutes long, let's just jump right in and we're going to start with my makeup favorites. So, 100% the primer that I have been loving this year, which also I think is an extremely underrated primer. I don't think a lot of people know about it, but it is hands down the most amazing primer I have tried this year, and that is the MAC Mineralize Timecheck Lotion. As you can see, I am right on my empty bottle here. I'm scraping out the bottom, but this stuff is just, it's unreal. It's actually more like a primer and a moisturizer in one, which I've tried the Too Faced, the Marc Jacobs Coconut one is great, but all they do is moisturize. And they definitely keep my makeup on longer, but this moisturizes, it blurs 49% of fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. So it has that kind of like smoothing effect to it, which I need. I have some larger pores on my face. So I loved this because I was able to get the moisturization that I needed along with the pore refining that I also needed, which I feel like is hard to find in one product. So hands down, this is my number one and only holy grail primer for the year of 2015. I absolutely love this, and it will take a lot to get me to like fall in love with another primer as much as I love this guy. Alright, now on to foundations. So my go-to foundation this year was MAC's Face and Body. This stuff is just, I could like bathe in this stuff. I absolutely love it. I don't feel it on my skin. It's super light, but I can layer it up to almost a full coverage foundation, which I think is absolutely fabulous. I put this on 90% of my clients, my brides, anytime I'm doing freelance makeup work. This guy is my best friend. This is my go-to every day. Don't have to think about it. Know my skin looks great when I wear it. Done deal. Next was a foundation that I actually found at the drugstore, and that is the Rimmel Lasting Finish with Comfort Serum Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Foundation. This is bomb.com for a drugstore foundation. I absolutely love this stuff. It's actually what I have on today. To be honest, I think the reason I love it is because it really is similar to MAC's Face and Body, just a little bit of a thicker consistency, but the way it looks on my skin, it looks a lot like the Face and Body, so this is just half the price. I think this guy retails at like $6 or $7 a bottle, so you can't really beat that. These two are hands down my two favorite foundations for the year, and I just kind of go back and forth between the two. Definitely gravitate towards this one more, but this one is absolutely wonderful for a lower price point. One more makeup favorite is actually more of a technique that I started doing in 2015, and that is actually adding a orange sort of color corrector under my eye. You can do this with any product, but I've been loving the Peach Luster, which is the Prep and Prime highlighter from MAC, because it has like a nice little paintbrush on the end, and I can just kind of like paint it right on my eye and blend it in. So like I said, there's a million and one products that do this job, but definitely just the technique of putting that orange down under my under eye circles and then following with my concealer is something that has transformed my under eye this year. I have pretty dark circles under my eye, and I just kind of felt like when I would use my light concealer, my under eye would turn a little bit gray, but adding that orange color corrector completely blocks the blue from showing through, and just gives me that beautiful, bright, even under eye. All right, now on to eyes and lips. So I feel like the year of 2015 was all about eyeshadows and liquid lipsticks. I feel like in the beauty industry, we're just continually hearing about this person's coming out with a palette, and this person's coming out with a palette, and this person has a palette. So it was just like everybody was coming out with awesome eyeshadow palettes. So for me, when it comes to eyeshadow, I am kind of like a MAC eyeshadow girl until I die. I am just a really, really big fan of MAC eyeshadows. So for me this year, it was all about venturing outside of my comfort zone when it comes to eyeshadows and trying out some new stuff. So definitely my favorite eyeshadow that I tried out in 2015 was Makeup Geek's eyeshadows. I made this little Z palette and I picked up a couple different colors. This was definitely a big thing for me this year, was to try eyeshadows that I've never tried before. So definitely Makeup Geek was what I was most impressed with. I think the quality of them for the price point, you can't beat it. They're absolutely phenomenal. So I definitely suggest, if you're looking to kind of up your eyeshadow game, 100% look into investing in a Z palette and gradually working up your collection of Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Hands down for eyeshadow this year, Makeup Geek for the win. All right, now let's move on to lips. So again, like I said, I feel like 2015 was the year of liquid lips, and I feel like Colorpop took the world by storm. So definitely I could talk about 1,000,001 liquid lipsticks till I am blue in the face. But these were the ones that I tried this year that I thought were really, really great. If you're looking to try them out, I definitely think this is a brand to try. They run like $6 a pop, yet they're good quality. You just need to make sure that you really moisturize your lips before you put them on, and you'll be good to go. They have an array of colors, so I will link them down below, but definitely check out Colorpop if you want to kind of start off on that liquid lipstick journey. Those are all of my makeup favorites for 2015. Now let's move on to my skincare favorites. You guys know that I am an avid skincare person. So for me, my motto is your makeup is only going to look as good as the skin underneath of it. So I kind of feel like I try out more skincare products than I do makeup, to be honest. The first one, I actually don't have a bottle of it, but you saw it in my updated skincare routine, and that is the MAC Cleanse Off Oil. I think it is a very underrated MAC product. I think it is great for getting your makeup off. It lasts way longer than any other makeup oil that I've had before, which is why I like it. It runs like $31, I think, and I feel like it lasts so much longer than any other kind of like cleanse off oil. So that was definitely my my holy grail for most of the year. Recently, I tried the Clinique Take Off the Day. This is more like a balm, and as you can see, it's like, I think I have one more like application in there, but this guy is really, really nice. I definitely like the balm consistency of it. I definitely liked how thick and moisturizing it felt on my skin, so this is definitely going to be a repurchase for me. This did work a little bit better than the MAC Cleanse Off Oil, so I think this is going to kind of transfer into 2016 and be my favorite cleanse off product. My next skincare favorite was an eye cream, and it is the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream. I tell you what, this little guy saved my under eyes. My under eyes at the beginning of this year were super, super dry, super, super cakey. My makeup wasn't laying right, and they just were so dehydrated. This guy absolutely transformed them. This is something that I will just always have to have in stock. Like, it's one of those things where you get halfway done and you want to replace it because God forbid you go a day without this stuff. So this was probably one of my most exciting finds in the year of 2015, to be honest. If you have a problem with really dry under eyes, I definitely would suggest checking this out. It's absolutely amazing. And for my last skincare favorite, it is my Origins High Potency Nitamins Moisturizer. So this guy I've repurchased a couple of times this year. I just absolutely love it. I love that it smells like like vitamin C almost, like orange juice kind of. So it's really nice and moisturizing, yet not over the top to the point where your face will feel sticky when you're going to sleep at night. So this is definitely my holy grail winter moisturizer for sure, and even into the summer if I'm experiencing some dry skin, because like I said, it won't make you over the top oily. I could just sit here. It just smells so good. So next, let's move on to some hair care things that I have been loving in 2015. The first is a dry shampoo, and it is by Redken. It is the Pillow Proof Blow Dry 2-Day Extender Oil Absorbing Dry Shampoo. This guy's bomb.com. I love it. It definitely doesn't leave the white residue in my hair. I even put this on my hair if I just washed it and I curl it a little bit. I actually just spray this all over and it gives me that nice like texturized look, so they're not like perfect curls. So yeah, this is definitely, I'm very picky about my dry shampoos, and I was obsessed with a Catwalk one from TIGI, however you say it. I was obsessed with that one and they discontinued it and I just wanted to cry and cry and cry and cry. But I found another one that I loved, so this will definitely continue to carry over because like I said, I'm very picky about my dry shampoos, and this one is here to stay. Next, as you guys know, I put quite a bit of blonde in my hair during 2015, I almost said 16. So with that comes a lot of maintenance with your blonde hair. For that, I use the Redken Blonde Idol Custom Tone Conditioner. Talked about this in a favorites at some point throughout the year, but it has this really cool like dial that you can like start when you get your hair done and work your way up to the 6 weeks to when it's time to get your hair done again. It just deposits some toner into your hair to keep your blonde looking nice and vibrant and like that. I like the cool toned sort of blonde. And this kind of keeps that cool toned look to my blonde. My blonde has definitely grown out quite a bit. I don't plan on putting any more in. I'm a brunette and I'm okay with it and I love it. And every time I try and veer away from the fact that I'm a brunette, it doesn't work out well. So I'm going to stick to being a brunette with a little bit of blonde on my tips. But I might be doing something a little bit more creative and a little bit more fun in the near future. So we'll see. If you don't know, my sister's a hairdresser, so I tend to like go cray-cray with my hair because she just does it for me. All right, and the last category of favorites that I have are what I'm going to classify as my lifestyle favorites. So books, music, anything like that I have been loving. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a book. I'm not a reader. It's the only book I've ever talked about in my favorites, but I just feel like this book had a pretty big impact on me this year, and I thought it was worth mentioning. So I've talked about it before. I'm not going to go into super in-depth about it, but it's called Girl Boss, and this is the founder of Nasty Gal, Sophia Amoruso, and she's just a badass and really awesome, and she's built a multi-million-dollar company from the ground up, and it was just super inspiring to hear her story and hear, you know, how she got from the bottom to the top. So if you're looking for like a good inspirational read, I highly suggest checking this book out. Next is actually a planner. So I had never had like a super legit planner in my entire life, and 2015 was a year where I decided that I wanted to get a planner. So I think it was like mid-January of last year that I found a really cute Kate Spade planner on sale, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get my life together, I'm going to get myself organized, and I'm going to be a big girl and I'm going to have a planner. And holy moly, it's life-changing. Having a planner and being able to like have a space that you just go to and you write down things and you get your thoughts organized and your schedule organized, it's life-changing. So this is my 2015 planner. It is seen better days. It used to have really, really cute polka dots, and because it was in my purse for an entire year, they're pretty much gone. But yeah, so this was my planner, and it was kind of my first planner, and I feel weird saving it, but I kind of want to save it. But yeah, so that was something that I did in 2015 for the first time. And I always just kept this in my purse at all times. I carry a really big purse with me, so it fit right in there. So this was a great investment, and it really changed kind of my creative ability and my ability to stay organized. So I absolutely love this. So yeah, pretty much out with the old and in with the new. So this is my new 2016 planner. It's from Rifle Paper Company. And yeah, it's a little bit smaller, which I kind of like and I kind of don't like. I don't know. But the design is just, can we just take a moment for, I mean, seriously. Rifle Paper Company just gets it right every time. And last but not least, I want to talk about some music that I was loving throughout the year of 2015. There were so many amazing artists that came out in 2015. I have 3 specific albums that I just loved throughout the year. The first one was Mumford & Sons. So Mumford & Sons launched an album, I think back in the springtime of 2015. They are probably one of my #1 favorite bands. My husband and I have a lot of sentimental moments around a lot of their songs and a lot of their albums. It's a very special band to us. So hands down, that was one that I was super excited. #2 was an artist named Lauren Daigle. She is a Christian singer and her album is life-changing. If you are a Christian or even if you're not, I definitely suggest giving it a listen. It's super positive, super empowering, and it just gives you really good feels all over whenever you listen to it. If you're ever kind of like down in the dumps and you need something to kind of lift you up, I highly suggest checking out her album called How Can It Be? So definitely Lauren Daigle is, and her voice is like, what? Amazing. And then one of my most recent favorites, which if you follow me on Snapchat, you know that I snap it like all the time because it's what I've been listening to for the past 2 months. This came out recently. Her album actually came out in November, but hey, it was still 2015. And that was Alessia Cara. She sings the song Here. It's on the radio, but it doesn't even come close to the amazing songs that are on her album. This girl is 19 years old, and as a 29-year-old, I'm able to relate to almost every single song, whether it was something that I dealt with 10 years ago or it was something that I dealt with yesterday. I just think she writes from the heart, which I absolutely love. I'm a big like singer-songwriter kind of person. I like when people write their own music. It means something to me. I look for meaning in lyrics. So when somebody writes their own lyrics and their own songs from their own personal views, I connect with it so much more. So definitely check her album out. It is to die for, and this girl is going to do big things, I'm sure. But yeah, so those are my 3 sort of favorite music favorites. All right, so that concludes all of my favorites from 2015. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this cumulative favorites video. Let me know if it's something that you would want to see again next year or if it was just really super boring, which I hope it wasn't. There it is. First cough the entire time. Not bad. Not bad at all. Again, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday, a wonderful new year. I wish you nothing but the best in 2016. I hope this is your best year yet. Don't forget to push yourself and believe in yourself and know that you are loved very, very much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. It would mean the world to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Favorite foundations for 2015 are MAC's. So those are all of my makeup favorites for 2000. So those are